Hello friends. It's Memorial Day this weekend here in the U.S. It's a time when we pause to remember those people who have served in the armed forces. Part of that celebration is that on TV this weekend there will be all sorts of war movies, and some of those movies that will remind us of some of the great battles and some of the great military feats in our country's history. You know, the Bible has lots of very, very interesting military stories and some interesting military plans. One of those is found in the book of Exodus. You may remember the story when the children of Israel are leaving Egypt. God has led them through Moses, and they've gotten about as far as the Red Sea when the Egyptians decide to pursue the Israelites. The Israelites see the Egyptians coming. They're terrified. In fact, the Bible says that the Egyptians actually caught up with them, but then God intervened by having his angel and the pillar of cloud stand between the Egyptians and the Israelites. When the Israelites saw the Egyptians coming, they were terrified, and they began to say to Moses, you know, was it because that there just weren't enough graves in Egypt that you brought us out here into the desert to die? And what have you done by bringing us out here? And Moses answered them, don't be afraid. Stand firm, and you'll see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. The Egyptians you see today, you will never see again. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. And then as the story goes on, God tells Moses to raise his staff, and the sea divides and dry land, and the Israelites move across, and as they're coming through, then the Egyptians finally kind of get into the mix, and as they're in that area of the Red Sea that's now dry, it says that then God caused a spirit of confusion to come upon the Egyptian army, and the wheels of their chariots began coming off, and the Egyptians began saying, let's get away from the Israelites, because God is fighting for them against Egypt. Then of course you know the rest of the story, where as soon as the Israelites have cleared the Red Sea, God has Moses raise his staff. The waters come back together, and all the Egyptians are destroyed. But there you have it. One of the more interesting battle plans. All you have to do is stand firm, and the Lord will fight for you. Stand firm. When I think of that, I think about holding on to God's truth, and even in times of discouragement, not forgetting his promises, and not letting that discouragement keep us from being with God's people and continuing to do what we know to be right. Now, if we're holding on to sin, make no mistake, God will deal with that. But in our battle against Satan's discouragement and against Satan's lies, that battle belongs to the Lord. And sometimes I need to remember that the best battle strategy when I'm a little stressed and when I feel like I'm under attack is actually to do nothing. You know, we get stressed when things get a little rough, but it's not my battle. God's promised to do the fighting for us. And when it appears that things won't work out the way that I wanted or in the time that I wanted, again, I need to remember it's not my battle. And God's preparing a victory that would be unthinkable for me. In fact, I'm sure that there are times when if I try to get in there and fix things and figure out the best thing to do, all I'm going to do is mess things up more. I need to remember that the best battle plan is for me to let God do all the fighting. And my job is to be still. So when things get a little tough for you this week, don't forget Moses' words. Don't be afraid. Stand firm, and you'll see the deliverance the Lord is giving you today. May God bless you.